And we are about to welcome our next speaker. I welcome the Senior Advocate of Supreme Court, Advocate Monika Arora. A few words about her.
Advocate Monika Arora is a renowned advocate practicing in the Supreme Court of India. She represents the Government of India as a standing counsel in the Delhi High Court. She served as a Delhi State Vice President of Prajna Pravar and is also the founder of GIA, Group of Intellectuals and Academicians. As a group of professionals, women entrepreneurs, media persons, and academicians committed to social justice and nation building. It's our privilege to welcome Monika ma'am to address the gathering. Please, ma'am.
Advocate Monika Arora, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court, will address the gathering. Thank you.
श्रद्धेय मंच, मेरे सामने उपस्थित सभी मेरे भाइयों बहनों, as always happens, the advocate is always told at the last moment that she has to speak. So when I was in the court and I got a message from Nand Kumar ji that Monika ji, you have to speak. So I had my copy of the order and I wrote something behind it that maybe I'll have some talking points. I did not want to miss this opportunity to speak, and why I say so. Because there is some kind of an umbilical cord which is always attached to Kerala. Some kind of a cord. Because whenever something happens in Kerala and when Nand Kumar ji makes a call and he says that the atrocity, the red terror in Kerala has to be exposed, so we as GIA are always there. When Nand Kumar ji says that on Sabrimala, this pseudo-secular campaign has to be exposed, we as group of intellectuals and academicians, we are always there. Now this time, when again the phone came, that what is this cutting south happening? Cutting south? We have to have this campaign as bridging the south. North, south, east, west, everything is a part of India. So here, the people have come from south of India, here they have come to north of India, and together we Bharatiyas are sitting together to make our information, knowledge and narrative on bridging south. And you know, sometimes what I say, when you see who are the speakers at the events, you could not have a better person than Shantri Shridhi. Because she is heading JNU, and where every day she is fighting those forces, we are always talking about me versus others. They are always talking and exposing and exploiting the fault lines, saying man versus woman, Arya versus Dravid, Hindi versus Tamil, North India versus South India, this versus that. They can never talk and think in comprehensive lines. So when I was coming here from my court, a few lawyers who have come to me, a new intern is with me, and she asked me, ma'am, what is this bridging the south? I said, see, we are in India not working in a vacuum. We don't live in a vacuum because there are forces who are talking about cutting the south. So they have to be good, positive, make in India forces who talk about bridging the south. And so here, the Samudra Manthan is taking place. Samudra Manthan, you understand, it is not only the superhero movies where the superhero fights the villain. Here, actually, when they fought the demons for the Amrit, the same Samudra Manthan is taking place between two kinds of forces. First, make in India forces, make India forces. Second, break India forces. So these make India forces, they swear by the Constitution of India, Article 1, and they say India versus India, that is Bharat. The G20 delegates got confused because they were invited by India and they were given farewell by Bharat. They were invited by Prime Minister of India and they were seen off by Prime Minister of Bharat. So she asked me, ma'am, what is this India, that is Bharat? So he said, Constitution Article 1 says, India, that is Bharat. And why two names? Nanji doesn't have two names. I don't have two names. Didi doesn't have two names. Pragya Prabha has one name. Everybody has one name. America, Japan, everybody has one name. Why two names here? Reason is that Bharat, that is India. India was just born in 1947. It was born with amputated cut, left arm and right arm in form of Bangladesh land and Pakistan. India was a small country geographically. So this was a newborn baby. If you want to see who are the chacha, taya, mama, the father, the mother, the elder brother of this land, who is the prerna srot, the inspiration of India, you have to see Bharat. What is Bharat? Bharat is thousands of years old civilization. Bharat, Bha means the light of knowledge. Rat means lage hue. ज्ञान के प्रकाश में लगे हुए लोग ऐसे हैं भारत के लोग. And as we have 5 fundamental features of the Constitution of India, like equality, like liberty, like dignity, universal adult franchise, federalism, similarly we have about 5 fundamental features of Bharat. We make all of us, which makes all of us Bhartiyas. And we swear by these 5 fundamental features of Bharat day in and day out. When our Dadi in the morning, she does prayer from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. What does she say in the temple? And what we hear is, Dharma ki jai ho, adharma ka nash ho, praniyon mein sadbhavna ho, Vishwa ka kalyan ho. We do not say North ka kalyan ho ya South ka kalyan ho. We say Vishwa ka kalyan ho. So 5 fundamental features of Bharat are, number 1, Isha Vasyam idam sarvam. Kan kan mein Bhagwan hai. We don't have to look up to find our Bhagwan. It is here right in front of me. All of us have that God particle. Kan kan mein Bhagwan. And that is why India, that is Bharat, is the only country, when our constitution was made, we had the right of equality, Article 14, which was given to everybody. No discrimination on the basis of race, caste, religion, language, region, or gender. Other countries never had it. You see, in America, till 1920, the ladies were fighting that give us right to vote. Answer was no, you don't deserve it. You don't even have the Atma in you. They had to fight as a feminist movement that we are not object. We are human beings. Give us right to vote. Answer was no, you will not get any benefits. So feminist movement was born there. India, you never fought for right to vote or other equal rights because India says, Bharat says, Isha Vasyam idam sarvam. Kan kan mein Bhagwan. Secondly, the second fundamental feature of Bharat is Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. You see, from Pakistan to Gaza, the fight is that I am only right. My God is only right. My puja padati is only right. You have to be believer in my right, or otherwise I will convert you or kill you. What does Bharat say? Bharat says, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. That God is one, Ishwar is one, truth is one. There are various margs, there are various ways which lead to one truth. So in Bharat we don't accept, we don't tolerate others. We accept others as true. We are also true, you are also true. Hence we don't fight to convert or kill others. Third, the principle of Bharat is Aham Brahmasmi. I am divine. That doesn't mean if I am divine, you are shaitan. We say Tattvamasi. You are the same. I am divine, you are divine, and Yat Pinde Tat Brahmande. Whatever is there in this body is there in this entire cosmos. So we all are one, we all are divine. We will take care of not only man, woman, north, south, east, west, but the planets, Suraj, Chand, everybody, everything comes in this divinity. Fourth, what does Bharatiya aim for? It aims for Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya. It doesn't aim for the benefit of one religion or one caste or one language or one region. It says, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. And that is why during COVID, we gave Covaxin free of cost to more than 100 countries. Because we believe in Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. And last but not the least, we see this entire world not as a market, not to rule. We see it as one big family, Vasudev Kutumbakam. This is Bharat. And we get our inspiration from Bharat. All the Make India forces get inspiration from Bharat. But yes, you also have those Break India forces. And what the Break India forces say, all right, Make India forces, you say India, that is Bharat, but read the next line. It's a union of states. Union of states means whenever a state wants, it can just go away from Bharat. It can separate from Bharat. So Bharat is not one entity. These Break in India forces say that Sanatan Dharma, the ancient Indian culture, it is like a virus which has to be eradicated. And when the election results come, they say South. They say Gomutra states. And then they say when the Bihar census is done, they say Jitni Abadi Utna Hak. They will talk about me versus others. They will talk about, all right, you are from North, you have some enmity with the people of South. You are speaking a particular language, you are having a particular religion, a particular caste, you will fight with others. What they do is, they broaden the fault lines. They want Bharat to be broken into pieces. It's not only today. At the time of independence, when it was asked that Bharat has to be broken into two pieces, that is Pakistan, East and West, and India, communists said no. We should have more than 14 states in Bharat. The others said no, we have to bleed India by 1,000 cuts. At that time also, they spoke that language which got reverberation recently in JNU when the slogans were raised, Bharat tere tukde honge. भारत की बर्बादी तक जंग रहेगी. अफजल हम शर्मिंदा हैं, तेरे कातिल अब तक जिंदा है, तुम कितने अफजल मारोगे, घर घर से अफजल निकलेगा. पर उसके बाद एक भी अफजल किसी भी घर से नहीं निकला क्योंकि उसको पता है मोदी गवर्नमेंट उसको जेल में डाल देगी. तो these are the Make India forces who have their spokespersons, who have the mindset of breaking India into pieces. Now, I have always said that these slogans were not out of nothing. It was a well-scripted picture whose trailer we had seen. And why I say so, if you Google on the internet, you will get that document, the theory of these Hate India Brigade or Break India forces, which is the CPIM, Communist CPI-ML document on strategy and tactics of Maoist revolution. What it says is, it says we have lived enough in jungles. We have to go to urban areas, universities, slums, in the trade unions we have to infiltrate. It says that our target audience will be, target groups will be women, the youth, the minorities, the poor, the scheduled castes. It says make different fronts like professors, lawyers, NGOs. It says that the aim is to mobilize all these people around fee hike, around women's safety, around discrimination against people, along caste conflicts, etc. Mobilize them, raise them together, and make them go against Bharat, Bharatiya civilization. They have this design with them. It has a script. It has its actors. It has its funders, that is producers. It has its directors. And different trailers we see every other day. And now may I just say that as a lawyer for JNU, because Didi is also sitting here as the Vice Chancellor of JNU, we see them every day. and how they operate. Because it is not for nothing that you are getting all these languages. One DMK leader says, oh, Sanatan civilization is a virus, it has to be eradicated. Other says, these are Gomutra states. The third one says the third thing. Fourth says the fourth thing. They are all working in a coordinated manner. They are not individuals. It is an entire ecosystem. And how does this ecosystem work? In 1 minute, if I can just state that from my first-hand experience, because if they can work in an ecosystem, we as Bhartiyas, we as Make India forces can also work in an ecosystem. How does this Islamist and communist ecosystem operate? May I just give a very grassroots example, ground zero example. For example, about 5 years ago, JNU brought about a rule in the university that we will have compulsory attendance for students of higher classes. Immediately, students' union went on a strike. Oh, we oppose this draconian law. The JNU Teachers Association, they plunged into it and they said, we are supporting the students. Entire night was spent, and next day morning we had a 1,000-page petition which was mentioned in the Chief Justice Court. We can't wait for 3 days. Please, Mr. Chief Justice, have this petition today itself listed in the court. That petition got listed the same day. Otherwise, it takes about 3 days to list a petition. It got listed the same day. When the judge heard the petition and we were called, and there all those lawyers who stand against Ram Mandir, who stand against 370 abrogation, who stand against the national interests, they came and they said, Lordship, such cruelty happening to the students. They are told to attend classes. So the judge asked me, Monika, what is your reply on this? I said, we haven't even got a copy of the petition. At least give us 1 day's time to file a reply. So the judge said, all right, take time to file reply. And by the time we came in the lunch time and we saw the mobile, there was about 5,000 word article in Wire, in Scroll, in other online portals saying and supporting the student cause. And then after all these articles, by 5 o'clock, they were being tweeted. And once they were tweeted, the Twitter army came in, they were tweeted. Thereafter, all the Bollywood celebrities, and thereafter all the Hollywood celebrities, they plunged in and they started retweeting these articles and supporting these students, saying, you don't need to attend classes. What a draconian rule. And this is how an entire narrative was formed. A simple rule by a university in Delhi could trigger the entire ecosystem, and it became a world, it became a global news. This is how they work. They pass on their batons. The students will pass on the baton to the teacher to the lawyer to the senior lawyer to Wire, Quint, etc. And they thereafter to the Twitter army, and they will pass on the baton to the celebrities, and it becomes a global news. I think we as Make India forces must also work as a baton for the benefit of the mankind, for the benefit of Bharat. If somebody is talking about cutting the South, we have to talk about bridging the South. And this Mohim, this event, we have to take to students in the universities. We must take this to the artists. We must take it to Bollywood. We must take it to international universities, create an ecosystem that north of India or south of India, we belong to one cultural nation. And in this nation, it could have been any ruler. It could have been Mughals, it could have been Britishers, anybody. But for us Bhartiyas, our Raja has always been Ram, Raja Ram. So if the Shasan has gone, if the military has gone, if the land has gone, if we have broken our temples, so what? Our Ram is there in our hearts. Our Raja is Ram. And Ram connects India, Bharat, from Ayodhya till down south. Krishna connects the entire land from Arunachal, from where his wife was, to Dwarika, and Bhagwan Shiv, who resides there in Mount Kailash. Kanya Kumari, the Devi, worshipped to get Shiva of the north. This is the connection between east and west and north and south. So last but not the least, right now, the Cutting South Hate Brigade is on the defensive because of two things. Firstly, the Modi government at the top, they stopped the licenses of anti-national NGOs. They say, adhere by the rule of law. You are not rule unto yourself. And secondly is, all because of you and people like you, because you are there in the social media. You are there as the vocal voices for the Bharatiyas. And you are there who say that tan samarpit, man samarpit, aur yeh jeevan samarpit, chahte hain desh ki dharti tumhe kuch aur bhi de. And these Hate India Brigade, they are now restricted to universities, media, and a few more places. You have to eradicate them from there also. Isliye, keep on working. Keep on doing your effort. If you are a student, write articles. Have seminars happen. If you are a teacher, tell it to your students. If you are a musician, talk about the Bharatiya Sanskriti. If you are a dancer, you tell about your various dances which are on Krishna and on Ram. If you are working anywhere, talk to your staff. Keep on talking about Bharat. Keep on talking about Bharatiya Sanskriti, because that binds us all. सफल होंगे, असफल होंगे, बट प्रयास जारी रहेगा. तो असफलता एक चुनौती है, स्वीकार करो. कहाँ कमी रह गई देखो और सुधार करो. जब तक न सफल हो नींद चैन को त्यागो तुम, संघर्ष का मैदान छोड़ मत भागो तुम. कुछ किए बिना ही जय जयकार नहीं होती. हम सब कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. जय हिंद, जय भारत.